Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome to this channel where I offer short yoga classes, just 20 minutes and under, that you could fit in any time of day that you need. My longer classes are available at yogadownload.com. Today's class will focus on stretching lower legs and feet. You can grab a block if you have one, and a small bolster or pillow. And if you don't have any of those props, no problem. You can still practice this class. We'll begin on all fours. So come to your hands and your knees, and stack your shoulders right on top of your elbows and wrists. Straighten your left leg behind you and bring your toes to the yoga mat or floor, and then press your left heel back and down until you feel a stretch in your lower leg and calf area. Close your eyes or just look at one point and breathe deeply here. Fill your lungs all the way on each inhale and empty them on each exhale. This will help ground and center you as you stretch. Release, other side. Straighten your right leg out, toes to the floor or mat, and press your right heel back and down until you feel a stretch. No force, just a gentle stretch. Once again, eyes can close to help you tune inward, or just gaze at one point to eliminate distractions. Tune into your breathing as well. Breathe deeper than you have all day. Take a breath in here. Let it out. And then release back to hands and knees. Step or carry your left foot forward. And bring your left foot a little bit in front of your left knee. And then draw your hips back so that your right hip, for the most part, stacks on top of your right knee. Try to get your left leg, for the most part, straight. If it won't straighten all the way, no problem. Now, take your left hand, if you can reach, and point your toes towards your mat. If you're not able to reach your foot, no problem at all. Just continue to point your foot until you feel a stretch in the front of your ankle. You can also use a block for this if you need a little bit more height here. Now keep your foot pointed and turn your toes inward. So your toes will now point towards the right side of your yoga mat. And be very mindful as you turn. No force. We're just stretching here, the top of your foot and ankle area gently. And then release. And you can step your left foot back, and we'll do the other side. Step your right foot forward. Inch your foot in front of you, and then pull your hips gently back. And then you can point your foot to stretch now the front of it. Feel free to put your hand on top if you want to add a little pressure, and no problem if you're not able to reach. And just hold. Now gently, if you're able, without force, just turn your foot inward towards the left. You can gently point it until you feel a stretch. And then release. Come on back to tabletop position. Now press up and back for downward facing dog. So you can spread your fingers wide, curl your toes, and then lift your hips up in the air. We won't be here too long. Separate your feet hip-width distance apart. Now lift for a moment onto the tips of your toes. You might even hear some cracks in your toes as you lift. And then gently press your heels down. Once again, just lift and then lower. Again, lift to the very tips of your toes, and then lower your heels back down and just press your heels towards the mat to feel that stretch. Release. Come to your hands and your knees for the ultimate foot pose, toes pose. So here, curl your toes against the floor or the yoga mat, and then walk your hands towards your knees. And you can try to get your pinky toe involved in that curling as well. Now, for some of you, this might be enough, okay? You can also take your hands and bring them to a block. Okay, this can be a very intense pose. Please come out of it anytime that you need or if it gets too intense. And then take your hands if you want more intensity or you're able, and you can climb them up your thighs. Just be very mindful of what you feel. Find that just right place in the posture where it's not too much, but where you still feel something. You can always back out by bringing your hands to the block or to the floor or to a pillow. Close your eyes here and just feel. This is a very intense one for many people to be in. It's intense for me. See if you can focus on what you're feeling, but also on your breathing. Because deep breathing here will help you stay centered. It will help your body calm down as well as your mind. And it's not just about taking deep breaths in, but about taking long breaths out. So let each exhale be very complete. We'll hold just for a bit more. If you need to exit or take a break, please do so. Always honoring your body, especially your feet. Let's breathe in together. Breathe out. And then we'll release that one. You can move any props aside and be very careful as you exit. Come forward to hands and knees and then just point your feet. They might feel stiff at first. Just give them a moment. And then you can start to just rotate your feet at the ankle in little circles, however you want, just to get some movement back there. And then have a seat. We'll move into legs up the wall. So find a wall. If you're not near a wall, that's okay. I'll give you an alternative. But if you are near a wall, this is the ultimate way to rest your feet. You can sit next to the wall, and then as you lie back, you'll swing your legs up the wall. And you're simply just resting your feet against the wall, giving your feet a chance to rest. And if you're not near a wall, you can take a Shavasana position where you lie on your back with your arms by your sides and your palms laying up. Just close your eyes and find what's right for you. It's important to rest our feet, to rest our bodies. So we'll take just a minute here to tune inward and rest. can stay where you are, resting, or slowly make your way to seated, just carefully rolling to one side and pressing yourself up. Find what's comfortable for you and seated. And we'll take a deep breath in together. Exhale, let it go. Namaste.